Hi, guys. My name is Thotmilk Matt, and right now you're watching the first episode of the podcast I want to start called The Thotmilk Show. And well, I'm your host, Thotmilk Matt. Basically, I'm doing this podcast because I do stand up and I want to promote it. And every fucking stand-up comedian has a podcast, so I figured I would just start one in my fucking living room. It's so easy to fucking start a podcast nowadays. Everyone has a fucking podcast. Before, like during COVID, it was niche or kind of niche. Like people started doing it in their house, kind of like this. But it was super fucking niche and it was interesting. And now everyone has a podcast. So it's like fuck all. I don't know. But yeah, I do open mics and I do stand up and I plan on posting clips pretty soon. But you're not here to hear about that shit. Apparently you're watching this because you want to hear me ramble about shit I guess that goes on or this isn't I don't really want this to be like a really like heavy political podcast or anything like that. Or like Red Pill. This isn't gonna be the fucking whatever podcast or Fresh and Fit where like I get OnlyFans models on and I'm like, you are worthless, you are fucking scum. No, like I'm just a guy with a microphone who tells jokes. I'm a pretty good joke writer at that. Come see a show. Or an open mic. Whatever. Hmm. A lot's been going on. We took Venezuela. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. You know, it's crazy how we only really feel like, a country deserves to be free of its dictator when they have oil. We only ever really want to bother anyone when they have oil. Venezuela, Iran, Diddy. The moment we found out he had oil, they fucking came after him. And now he's fucking giving inmates fucking Thanksgiving dinners and shit just so he doesn't get stuffed like a turkey. No, but that whole Venezuela shit, we always have some type of alternative motive. Like, you don't see us trying to stop Kim Jong Un or Il or whichever fucking Kim Jong they're on. They're fucking on. I think it's Un. And it's like, we don't really give a fuck about it. We always try to paint a picture of like, oh, well, they're bringing drugs into this country. Mexico is right fucking there. You know? Like, we don't really give a fuck. Do I think we should do something about Mexico? I don't know. I'm not an expert on shit. I don't think you should be getting any of your beliefs or thoughts from podcasts. These are fun to listen to. Like back when COVID was around and people were getting mad that Joe Rogan was kind of spreading misinformation because he didn't really know shit himself. None of us did. We were just fucking figuring it out. And people were like, oh, Joe Rogan's got this big platform and he's spreading misinformation, blah, blah, blah. My opinion is, why the fuck are you getting your news from a fucking podcast? Look shit up. Do your homework. I don't know. Don't be getting your fucking medical advice from Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is a podcaster and an MMA fighter who gets kicked in the fucking head a lot, or was. I don't know if he still does. I don't know Joe Rogan. But, like, getting your news, like, all right, I'll give you an example. So, when I do stand up, I literally spread nothing but misinformation. Yesterday, I did a set about fucking Diddy and Epstein Island and stuff like that. It was a good type 5. People liked it. I think it was good. And I was just saying like, "Oh, of course Diddy was a rapist. What 40-year-old man goes by Puff Daddy and owns Bad Boy Records and isn't a sexual degenerate?" You know? Like I don't even think he was a rapist. I don't know. I didn't even read into the case much. I'm just running off of what I read off fucking Facebook and Instagram. I don't need to know the facts. I just need to write a funny joke. That's it, and make a good set. You know, I don't need to be politically correct. You shouldn't be getting your information from me. I'm not even popping like that. I have no motion. Why are you getting your fucking information from me? You should not. Anything I say, you should look up and verify for yourself and then confirm. Do I want to keep listening to this guy? This guy's a fucking idiot. Get him the fuck out of here. And then don't listen to the show again. That's cool. That's fine. I respect you. I respect you and your opinion. But, another thing that happened was this was probably one of the worst fucking stand up like sets I did. What was this? A shitty open mic too. This was when I was like really first trying to get back into it. Fucking I did a show at this open mic of just old people playing instruments. And I think it's very important in any art form to know your demographic. And I found that that day it was not 75-year-old men and women. It was not. Not at all. Like, I'm up there and my set was about how Robert F. Kennedy sounds like his throat's dry and he's choking on a Popeye's biscuit because he got an infection in his brain from eating a dead bear he found on the side of the road. That was the premise of the set. Robert F. Kennedy, fucking. If you don't know who Robert F. Kennedy is and you somehow found this podcast, he's basically that guy that fucking says red 40s causing autism. I don't know if it is or isn't. I'm probably autistic. So are you. I don't know. We're all autistic. Before it was just being quirky. That's what being autistic was. Like, you just had a collection of lint, no, of string that was different sizes in like the fucking 80s. That's what you did. You were just quirky. No, but so the stand up set, I was fucking, yeah, I was talking about how Robert F. Kennedy saw a dead bear on the side of the road, decided to bring it in his truck, and he cooked it, ate it, and he got brain parasites. And it turns out I completely misremembered that story. Basically, what happened was he found an injured bear, or I don't think the bear was dead. I don't fucking know. I still haven't looked it up to this day. I think he found a dead bear on the side of the road and he brought it to the Humane Society or some shit like that. He brought it to some place and he did not eat it, it turns out. And I heard my roommate coming through the door. My bad, chat. And basically, that was the fucking set. Well, that was what I later found out. Basically, because after I finished this set of complete fucking misinformation, this older black dude walks up to me. He's like 60. And he's like, hey, man, if you're going to get up there and do stand up, you got to tell the story right. That's not what happened. Robert F. Kennedy found a bear on the side of the road. It was dead, and he brought it to like a humane society or some shit like that. I'm like, oh, cool. And my thing is, I don't think I have to tell the story for what it is. I think it's my job as a guy trying to be a stand up comedian to make shit up and make it funny. That's like the whole thing. Like, you should not be getting your fucking facts from me. You're fucking crazy if you do. I wouldn't even get my facts from me if I were you. I wouldn't get my facts from me if I was myself, and I am. Oh shit. What's another thing going on? Hmm. I don't know if I talked about that lady that got hit by the no, she an ICE agent thought he was gonna hit her with her an ICE agent thought she was gonna hit him with her car. And I feel like I already talked about that. I'm kind of high. I don't remember. I'm very tired. I've been trying to get this shit done for like a minute. Chat, I recorded this like an hour ago for 30 minutes and it turned out the mic wasn't plugged in. And this podcasting shit is hard, bro. Hmm. I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy. You know, like I sometimes I listen to like those conspiracy theory podcasts. And to be honest, a lot of these shits are ridiculous, but it's also the other end of things is a lot of the conspiracy theories that people thought were fucking ridiculous years ago turned out to be true. It turns out there is an island where rich people touch kids and are pedophiles. That thing is real. You told people about Epstein Island in like 2005, no one would fucking believe you. You know, you tried to, oh, there's an island in the middle of the ocean, and this guy who might be a Mossad agent fucking lures people to an island who have large amounts of money and power, and he uses the things they do on that island to blackmail them into doing the things that are in the interest of Mossad. Whoa! There's so much shit that goes on, man. Like behind the scenes, all around us. Crazy shit. Nothing we can really do about it, though. I am just a man in his house with his podcast. Another thing I don't believe is that the earth is fucking flat. I don't care what anyone says. I will die on this hill. The earth is round, and if you think it's flat, you're fucking dumb. Like, I get not trusting the government. But like, you gotta trust something. And then, because like, and then there's people that are like, oh no, gravity's not real. Nah, it is. Like, if you jump off a building, you will not float. You will fall and hurt yourself. You know, like, I feel like we're starting to lose the plot with what we believe in and what we don't believe in, because we have to believe in something. You have to believe in, like, okay, we're on Earth. I am breathing oxygen. My name is Matt. Well, it's Matthew, but call me Matt. And this is it. Some people think we live in a simulation. I don't. I don't think we live in a simulation because of shit like, so, like, let's say you're in a video game and you spawn 1 million potatoes into one room, the server will lag and shit like that. Like, if you gather 1 billion people in one place, everything works fine. Shit like that is why I don't believe we're in a simulation. I don't know. I feel like that's some real schizo shit. Like those people that think there's somebody following them at all times. I don't even remember what it's called. I should look it up, but I'm not gonna do it because fuck you. But like, what the fuck was I talking about? I looked at the screen to see how long I'd been going. What was it? The Earth is round. See, my problem with people saying the Earth is flat, that means everything fucking else in the solar system has to be fucking flat. The moon has to be flat. It is not. We know the moon is not flat. You can get out and look at the moon. Oh, there's people that don't think we went to the moon. Me personally, I think that's bullshit. I think we did go to the moon, and I'm going to tell you why. So, the reason why I personally believe we went to the moon is because, so it was the Cold War. Russia and America were basically having a pissing contest to see who could make it to the moon first. Well, first it was getting into space, sending what into space. We sent monkeys, dogs, whatever the fuck. And we did that. And at some point, it just got like, they just kept raising the stakes up until they're like, all right, let's see who can get to the moon first. And the reason why I don't think we faked the moon landing is, I personally think all agencies are compromised. All agencies around the world, like any government form, is compromised to some degree. There's an insider agent feeding the opposition information, because these guys are very clever and good at getting information. They'll threaten your family, pay you, all kinds of things, give you whatever you want, as long as you give them information. So it stands to believe that there were Russian intelligence agents likely working at NASA, probably vice versa. And the reason why I don't think we faked the moon landing is, those agents would have told Russia and likely presented proof that we faked it. Like, it was just too, they couldn't hide something like that. You can't hide something like the moon landing. If you do, we'll find out about it, you know? Hmm. What's another conspiracy? I think you know who killed JFK. That I do believe. And by you know who, I mean the people that control everything right now. You know who I'm talking about. But anyway, also I think 9/11 happened. Like, no, well, no, of course, no shit, 9/11 happened. I was actually born in Queens. Yeah. But yeah, 9/11 100% happened. And my mother used to actually work at the World Trade Center till she caught on fire. No, I'm kidding. That's a bad joke. And she worked there in like the 90s, and she got laid off at one point just because they were doing a bunch of layoffs. And there's a lesson you can take away from that. That job you just lost, that you got fired from, it could blow up next week and you're not there. You don't know when your blessings are blessings till they are. It's not that good of advice. Oh god. Hmm. My weed man is taking forever. Like a very long time. He's with my homie right now and they're at the bar, but I wanted to sit at home and try to record my podcast like a fucking loser. And here we are. Whoa! What's something else I believe in? I believe in ghosts. It's because I've seen a ghost, and I know I'm crazy enough to sit in a room with a microphone in front of my cell phone and talk to myself to make internet content, but I do not see shit. I'll tell you guys the story of when I saw a ghost. So it was like a year ago, probably a little less. I don't know, probably like a year. And I was going to my friend Nate's house, and I parked my car in his driveway diagonally from a window. And through the window, I see an old white woman with glasses and a cardigan walking up the stairs. And I'm just thinking that's Nate's mom. So I don't really bring it up or say anything. But a couple days later, I noticed like I don't really see her around. So I'm like, "Yo, man, how's your mom?" And he's like, "Bro, my mom's been dead for like 5 years." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Well, what made you ask that?" I'm like, "Dude, I saw like an older white woman going up the stairs in your house from like my car." My bad, I had to burp. From my car, and he said, "Well, what'd she look like?" And I basically gave him a more in-depth description than what I just gave you because I don't remember exactly what I said. But yeah, he told me, "Dude, that's my mom. You saw my mom's ghost." And I wasn't the first person to see it, and I'm not like a religious or like supernatural kind of guy or anything like that. But that shit gave me some perspective. Like, if that's real and I doubted it, what else is real that I didn't believe in, you know? It's scary to think about. But yeah, ghosts, I'm pretty sure are real. I don't believe in like Bigfoot or shit like that. Like most cryptids, I think those are fucking bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe in Bigfoot. So years ago, when I was in high school, I read this scientific paper. It was talking about what it takes for an animal to maintain a population and how it also proves that Bigfoot isn't real. So, so let's start with this. Bigfoot is Bigfoot basically was real. It was a primitive ape called Gigantopithecus. And it was basically like the closest cross you'll get between an orangutan and a gorilla. And and I'm pretty sure it ate people, and this thing was fucking huge. And obviously, this thing is dead now, Gigantopithecus, from the fossils we found. And the reason I don't believe it exists currently or is alive currently is because you got to keep in mind you need to maintain a steady population since Bigfoot has been around for thousands of years. People have been telling the story for thousands of years, and we don't really find evidence for Bigfoots to have existed this long. There would have to be a steady population of them, at least like let's say 15 to 20, and they're somehow smart enough to think like, oh, we need to keep our populations low so humans don't find us. No, they wouldn't. They would not think that. They don't fucking think like people. They would not. They would have like a society. And even then, like, even if they thought so smart like people do, we would know. Like, we would find bodies, corpses, and don't be like, oh, the government's suppressing it. Do you know how hard it is to suppress anything? They can barely suppress the fucking whole Israel Palestine conflict. You're telling me they're fucking hiding Bigfoot from us? They're not. Just not fucking real, dude. Basically, for Bigfoot to be real, there would need to be a steady population of them, and we would find bodies, tools, evidence, real evidence, a corpse, a live fucking Bigfoot that we catch in a trap like a cage, throw peanuts at the fucking zoo. That's fucked up, though. Mm. Loch Ness Monster is bullshit, too. The dude that literally invented, who claimed he saw the Loch Ness Monster, admitted, bro, that shit was cap. I was literally lying to y'all. He said, like, yo, I made this shit up. I put a stick in my bathtub and I used my knowledge of fucking photos or whatever the fuck to fake this. It is not real. And people have still been riding this high of the Loch Ness Monster being in that fucking lake for generations. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Hmm. What's another thing I could talk about? I play video games a lot. Right now I'm playing Borderlands 4. It's pretty good. Fuck Nintendo. I'm about to get a Switch tomorrow that I got for my roommate got it for free because he pays the Wi-Fi, and Verizon will give you a free Switch when you get your service through them. And fuck Nintendo. No, I'm gonna explain why I say fuck Nintendo. Nintendo is a fucking evil corporation. Nintendo, but also on that end too, Nintendo drops nothing but bangers, like genuinely. Nintendo is like the Disney of video games. And they also don't fuck around about their copyright infringement at all. They do not play about that shit. Like there was this dude, something Bowser, and he emulated fucking Nintendo games or jailbroke the systems, whichever one. You could tell like I just came on this like wanting to make the first episode of my podcast. I don't know shit about what I'm talking about. I don't have any of the facts. I'm just going off of memory and running with it. Fucking yeah, this dude, fucking Bowser, he would jailbreak Nintendo Switches for money, and he would also pirate games and shit like that. And Nintendo found him and took him to court. And now he's serving. He probably still is. This was a couple years ago, but I'd imagine he's still in prison. And he owes Nintendo like I'd say like probably $5 million or something like that. Some crazy fucking number that he will not repay in his life. And while he's in prison, the wages he earns like doing jobs in prison are going to pay that debt. He's not fucking like eating oodles and noodles off of that hard work or nothing. No, he's Nintendo's little fucking pay pig slut, and that's just that's just it, bro. I could use me a little slut. Not like that. Need to get me a bitch. Low key, yo, I'm getting kind of lonely. But it's also like I'm really working towards the shit I want. Like right now, I'm filming a podcast. Like I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I've been doing stand up. Tomorrow, I'm probably gonna go do stand up. And these are things I've wanted for to do for a long time and actively pursue and put work into. You know, it's been my biggest priority. Is kind of like chasing my dream. I feel like that should be everyone's like priority, but it's also not everyone can chase their dream because every society, every civilization is founded on the suffering of others in a hierarchy in some way or form. Like, okay, you work in an office on Wall Street, and the only reason you're allowed to do that is because there's people at the bottom maintaining society, like farmers who make dirt money and shit like that. There's there's tiers in society, and the foundations of society are founded on the misery of others. No one wants to fucking grow fucking harvest crops in 100-degree hot summer weather. They don't. But if you're privileged enough, you can chase your dream. Also, I feel like what be fucking people up when it comes to chasing their dreams is having mad kids. I know a couple dudes who got like mad kids, and it's hard for them to do shit because they got to be present fathers. And that's if they are present fathers. Some of them aren't even that. It's hard. I can't be cool with a deadbeat dad. Mainly because I had a deadbeat dad, so it's like it bothers me even more. You know, it's like I can't rock with this. Like if you beat your girl, bro, cool. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, don't hit women. That's bad. But like, see, like if my homie cheats, I can let that slide. I can mind my fucking business. But there are just some things you can't. You can't be no deadbeat dad, bro. Take care of your fucking kids. I don't know. Maybe I'm just drawing the line in the sand in a weird spot. Doesn't fucking matter though. God damn it! Why the fuck is my weed man taking so long? Holy shit! Mm. Ghosts. I believe aliens are real. I was about to like try to run through the things I have and haven't talked about. Aliens have to be real. Like literally, there's no way aliens are not fucking real. Like I was reading something before about how basically it's mathematically impossible we're the only life in the universe. I just don't think they want to fuck with us because we're fucking stupid. We're out here fucking eating Dubai chocolate labubus and fucking watching Love and Hip Hop, and they don't want nothing to do with none of this shit. We can barely get past fighting over oil, and that shit's only gonna get worse the more people there are, you know? And there's only gonna be more and more people, unless someone does like a Thanos snap. And even then, that whole Thanos snap shit, it wasn't really that smart. It's not that we don't have the resources to share with everybody. It's not that. Like, I remember there was this whole thing about how like one of the largest food banks in the world wanted Elon Musk to help solve world hunger, and they called him out on Twitter. And surprisingly, to everyone's surprise, he's like, "All right, let's do it. Drop a plan. I'll solve world hunger. Do it. I will solve world hunger for like a year or two. Let's see how it goes. Fuck it." And they didn't say shit. And it truly brought into perspective the fact that these organizations don't want these issues to end because that's how they pay their bills. Like, if fucking world hunger ends, how the fuck are these food banks gonna make money and how are these guys gonna pay their bills? Which sounds fucked up, but it's like to them it's a business. It's like drug rehab. What are these places gonna do if people stop doing drugs? They need people to do drugs. It's a system. It's a whole system. The prison industrial complex, the drug addiction, it's all like a cycle and they need people to keep maintaining it. I was watching something the other day that there's a farm somewhere in America that it's a McDonald's farm. Like basically all the stuff they grow or use is for McDonald's. Like it's a farm owned by McDonald's. And on this farm, McDonald's will hire ex felons. They won't even just hire them. They're in their probation or in the terms of their release. It is stated that they have to work on this McDonald's farm, and if they get fired, oftentimes they can go back into prison. This is a real thing. I feel like this is the most like unknown thing I've discussed here besides shit about myself. But yeah, fucking it's fucked up. Fuck McDonald's too. McDonald's is not real food. I don't care what anyone says. I worked at a McDonald's in high school. You shouldn't be eating that shit. Also, if you like McDonald's as an adult, besides like chicken nuggets and french fries, everybody likes those. That's fair. What the fuck are you doing? Why do you want to eat that shit? Children love McDonald's though. I don't get it. I think it's just cuz think for one it's the prize, the toy, and two, kids just love to eat like shit, and they can. They're children. I can't eat like shit now. It's why I'm fucking medically I'm considered fucking obese. I'm not even overweight anymore. I'm fucking obese. It's not because of McDonald's. No, I hate that shit. This is from drinking. Earn this. How many blackouts I had to have to get this fat? A ton. Not really like a ton. I don't even drink like that. I'm more of a smoke weed kind of guy. Yeah, I feel like at some point you have to grow out of like drugs. Like weed's not. I mean, weed's a drug. I don't care what anyone says. If it alters your state of mind, it is a drug. It is. Like we're not. I'm not gonna argue that with anyone. Like it's a drug, dude. Like, but my whole thing is, I think at some point as an adult, you gotta kind of get out of doing drugs. Like if you're like fucking 35, regularly taking acid, you don't have enough shit to do. The last time I did acid was like a year ago probably, and I woke up feeling like shit. I don't like to do drugs anymore because I like a good night's sleep. And you want to know what's hard to get when you're on drugs? A good night's sleep. Oh shit. Addiction is a bitch, man. I had a homie I used to do coke with in his basement. We would just get coked out in his basement, get drunk and watch Trailer Park Boys. And there was something like that was a moment in my life where there was a saying in The Office. I don't like The Office either. It's very awkward. But there was a moment in The Office where one of the guys says, "You only really know that the good times are the good times when they're over." I wish I could go back then and appreciate that moment more because boy, was it fucking fun. Just mindless fun. Just like sitting there, coked out to like 9 in the morning, watching Trailer Park Boys getting hammered. I miss those days. I miss when because when you're a teenager and you're doing drugs, you don't really feel bad about it. Like I feel like when you're 30, like I'm 26. At some point, I'm kind of clocking 30. Like I'm getting there. Like, and I turn like 27 in like 4 months. I'm a Taurus. My birthday is May 8th, 1999. But I feel like at some point, like you got to feel bad about doing drugs a little bit. I mean, occasionally doing drugs, that's all right. Like that's fine. But like I can't. I'll wake up feeling like shit. I can't, bro. I fucking can't. All right. This is the first episode of the Thotmilk Show. I was your host, Thotmilk Matt. Thank you.